I'm too tired. Oh, the combo meter gives you more XP. That's good to know. I didn't know that. I was wondering what it was for. So we're trying to get down another Charles Dickens memory. I should do some reading. Shouldn't I? Capes. Look at this. Even though, oh no, it's not. It hasn't been upgraded yet. Yeah, let's just upgrade it. Then it will stop telling me that it's not available. Wait, more? Okay, let's upgrade this too. I think by upgrading it, I can make it stop telling me that it's new. At least that's my theory. Nope, I was wrong because this one's already upgraded. Look, I already upgraded it, and it's telling me that I already upgraded this item, and it's telling me that wow, 30%, Jesus. Even though I already upgraded it, it's telling me that it's new. What a pain. Terrible game design, flawless, unforgivable in my mind. Okay, let's hear a little bit about City of London first. City of London. As London expanded, the working class were driven to the boroughs by the rich, and the City of London became the financial capital of the United Kingdom. Isn't this whole thing London? I'm confused about that. Okay. Holborn Viaduct. The Holborn Viaduct was built in 1869 to span the length of the old Fleet River, and work was put in to make the bridge not just a necessity of infrastructure, but an artful piece of city design. It was painted in red and gold and adorned with statues. The 4 statues of women standing at either end of the viaduct represent agriculture, commerce, science, and fine art. When the viaduct was officially unveiled in a ceremony led by Queen Victoria in November of 1869, it captured the imaginations of people from all walks of life and was praised as an impressive feat of engineering. It was reportedly a beautiful day with clear, sunny skies. I threw that last bit in because we're talking about the unveiling of a bloody viaduct here, and I'm conscious your attention may be wandering. Yep, got that right. Let's have a look at the collectibles. Beer tasting notes. These are always funny. Sean's tasting notes. Are you having a laugh? Are you deliberately altering these sense memories so they all come up tasting vaguely of surgeon and the dark tears of recently divorced plowmen? Did Rebecca put you up to this? This can't be right. This was the apex of the London beer industry before Belgian conglomerates and the lowest common denominator macro brews. It can't actually be this dreadful, can it? Sean. Alright, let's take a break. Back to the gameplay. Oh, going the whole wrong way. No.
I've something I need you to do.
Nope, we're not. You move it.
Easy. Come on!
We'll order them to fight him.
They're all yours.
This has got to be one of those locations where you can read about whatever the hell this statue is. We should probably read about it while we're standing on it. What the heck are we standing on? Also, are we in the city of London now? I bet we are. This has got to be like the heart of the city. Ludgate Circus. No, this is not where we are right now. Ludgate Circus and the adjoining hill of the same name sit on the outermost edge of the original Roman settlement of Londinium. The wall that ran around the settlement had 6 gates built into it. The gate that stood here was named after King Lud, who ruled pre-Roman Britain around 66 CE. The gate was renovated in the 16th century and enhanced by sculptures of King Lud and his sons. Because if there's one thing that would enhance a gate, it's a sculpture of a bloke called King Lud and his kids. Unfortunately, the city was caught in a wave of Puritanism, and the heads of the statues were quickly chopped off by vandals. The heads were replaced by Queen Mary when Queen Mary took the throne. The Ludgate was demolished in 1760, and like its big brother Piccadilly Circus, there was never an actual circus here. It used to be a circular junction, hence circus. Riveting, isn't it? Okay, the Strand, that must be where we are. And yeah, there it is, Nelson's Column. Nelson's Column is the centerpiece of Trafalgar Square. Oh, we can read about that next. Yes. And the ultimate tribute to England's most favored war hero. While it was for the longest time believed to be just over 169 feet tall, it was discovered in 2006 to actually be 14 feet shorter. So it's only 155 feet tall. Finally, historical proof men have always been lied about the size of their columns. Ba-dum-bum. The statue of Nelson atop the column is 18 feet tall. Well, the statue is only 18 feet tall. And faces the Houses of Parliament. The panels at the bottom of the column depict some of the most famous events in Nelson's life. The Battle of Cape St. Vincent, the Battle of the Nile, the Battle of Copenhagen, and of course the Battle of Trafalgar, where Nelson was mortally wounded. The column was built in 1843 and cost nearly £47 and over $3 million in modern currency. The lions at the base of this column were commissioned in 1858 and sculpted by Sir Edwin Landseer. It was an odd choice. Landseer was a highly acclaimed painter, a favorite of Queen Victoria, but he had never once sculpted anything in his life. The lions were unveiled in 1867 to moderate praise, although some critics believe the sculptures look more like sphinxes than lions. Fair enough, I guess. Oops, I accidentally looked at St. Mary Le Strand before Trafalgar Square. I guess we might as well read it since we're on it. In 1710, Queen Anne urged Parliament to pass an act allowing for the construction of 50 new churches in London. The act was passed, but building 50 churches is easier said than done. Only 12 of what were called Queen Anne's churches were ever built. The first Queen Anne church was St. Mary Le Strand on the former site of the largest maypole in London. A rise in Puritanism in the 1660s meant that many of the city's maypoles were torn down by religious extremists due to their heathen origins. This maypole fell over a high wind in 1672. In its original plan, St. Mary's featured a 250-foot column to honor Queen Anne. A statue of the Queen was to sit atop the column, but I think the actual Queen should have sat on top of a 250-foot column. That I'd go to see. No matter though, the design was approved and materials were acquired, but the plan was quietly cancelled following Anne's death in August of 1714. Good idea. It's crazy. Save vehicle.